Hi, this is Nathan Lehman with the Ultra Running Company, and today we're here to review the Altra Kayenta. It's a road running shoe that we are pretty stoked about. So let's jump right in. The Kayenta is a low drop, minimally cushioned road running shoe, and that's the basics, but let's dig in a little bit more. Looking at the sole of the shoe, the Kayenta has 23 millimeters of stack height, which qualifies it just right on the border for us of being a minimally cushioned and a transitionally cushioned shoe. The really interesting thing about that 23 millimeters of cushion, aside from the fact that it has the same amount of cushion on the heel as it does on the forefoot, is that it's a very soft, lightweight cushion, and that's really the key differentiator for the Kayenta versus other shoes within the Ultra family. What they've done is they've tried to make this Kayenta the lightest weight shoe they possibly can. So what they've done is they've really carved out some spots on the bottom. It's a really interesting approach because a lot of times when you have these minimally cushioned shoes, they tend to be a bit firmer. This is very soft, very, very flexible. And they've got these flexible grooves going from the tip to the heel of the shoe. You can actually squeeze it. You can see here it bends this way, bends this way. What they're trying to do is make that really reflect your foot movement and allow the shoe to move with you despite the fact that it has that somewhat generous amount of cushion. Also, this cushion, they call it their Max LT cushion. It just means super lightweight, and so it's really noticeable in the shoe as you pick it up. Again, this shoe, for women, the shoe is rated at 4.9 ounces. For men, 5.9 ounces. That's ridiculously light. One of the lightest shoes we have in the entire store. Now for a men's 13, which is where I measure it since I'm a men's 13, that weight is actually about 8.4 ounces. That's a pretty big difference from 5.9, 6 ounces up to 8.4. So I'm guessing if you were to get them in the sample size, it might be just a tick higher than that 5.9, but still, anything in that range is just fantastic. We like to say that if you're under 10 ounces in there, you're in great shape, and this is almost just over half that. So very lightweight shoe. Some of that is the lightweight cushion. Other portions of it are this really lightweight upper. And on the inside is a more sock-like, really fitted inner piece. So what this shoe does is, in a very unique way, locks your foot in place, but then allows it to move around like most of the Ultras do. Ultras tend to have a very rounded toe box. This one is no different. It accommodates some very different sizes in the forefoot and really locks your foot in. It's actually one of the most dialed in fits that we've found, even though there's no structure at all to the shoe. Because of this two-piece system, it really locks it in. It has on the edges here some pieces that provide some structural support. These goes down below the membrane and provide a grip right onto the base of the shoe. So you're really locking yourself in. Where would we wear this? We'd wear this for our faster runs, 5Ks, 10Ks, heck, half marathon, depending on how much you train your foot. The closest, I guess, competitor in the Ultra family to this shoe is the Ultra Solstice. The Solstice has exactly the same stack height, but has a much firmer feel to it. So when you step on the ground in the Solstice, you get a lot of feedback back up from the pavement that you're on. In the Kayenta, it's gonna give you more plush feel, more pillowy feel. So when you're deciding between those two shoes, you're giving up about an ounce with the Solstice, so a little bit heavier, but definitely a firmer footbed on it. The other piece that we've had some feedback is, because they were trying to carve out so much space on this piece that you see where it's gray underneath, that's actually where your foot is. So basically there's an insole, there's a thin layer, and then there's nothing. If you're running through puddles, something along those lines, you are going to get some bleed through on that. Maybe get your foot a little moister. It's also going to conversely drain water out just as quickly. So good and bad with that. We really like this shoe. It gives you a nice little pop as you're running along because of that nice soft cushion as you're shooting through. I've heard a lot of people say that this is great for tempo runs. Anything where you're really picking up the speed, the Kayenta will give you a nice feel. So it comes in at $110, making it a pretty darn good value. On that side, there are only a few places here that do have that harder wearing carbon rubber. So it's important to know at $110, you're not going to be getting the longest lasting shoe out there. We don't have any end of life experiences with this Max LT cushion yet, but I would suspect once you burn through these pieces of harder carbon rubber, you're going to wear through that Max LT rubber pretty quickly. It's not a long wearing rubber. So I would put this on the lower side on the wear portion of our spectrum, but the lightweight really pays off for it. It makes a really exciting shoe to run in. We hope you will check it out on our website, www.ultrarunningcompany.com. Check it out at your local running store, or just come on in and say hello to us. We appreciate you tuning in and look forward to hearing all your comments in the comment section. Thanks for watching.